Well, I was hoping you can see something, but you can't. Or at least read something, but a title or something, but you can't. This is an excavation that's being done from the ruins here in the historical center. And there is life up underneath the current ground that the center stands on. My understanding is that they found about 70 or so years ago, when they were getting ready to prepare for the subway system that they have here, the train system, that there was life up underneath, although it was dead. They found skeleton bones and bodies and structures that you see here that are being dug out. And it's been a process that just started in its entirety within the last quite a many years, and this is where they are thus far. And there's a lot of history here, and by the time I post this video, I would have gone online and found more detail and more history to go with the video, because I don't know it all. But to see this in person, it's pretty massive and it's quite interesting, to say the least. So take a look. And if you ever get to Mexico City, this is definitely, although it's touristy, it's only touristy because it's history and it's a sight to see of what once was. And something pertaining to a combination of a snake and a dragon is what's covered up underneath these coverings. And I saw it when I was here the other day. And I have some other pictures. If you look on my page, you'll see. But it's quite magnificent just to see how history developed and unfolded to what you see here today, in the 2000s of the year that we live in. So take a gander. And there will be more information to follow. Down below here, as you can see, it's up underneath the actual floor that I'll be walking on, that everyone walks on. That is actually the floor of the city here in the Central. But if you look real close, you can see there is a floor up underneath. And that is what was the original ground of the city center here in Mexico City. I just find this fascinating, that how things once were. And in a few countries that I've been to, specifically Rome, Italy, I came across the same concept where there was a city area outside of the core city of Rome that is being excavated. And what was so fascinating about it, and I'll post that later as I update my blog and update all my stories from the past to the current, is that Chinese culture is embedded in Rome, in Italy, because in the excavation that is over 2,000 plus years old, the floors that they excavated and wiped off clean has that blue-white marble that we all know to be a Chinese type of ceramic pottery or material or whatnot. And in Rome, it was on the ground, on the floor of what was part of the palace. And I just thought, again, that was just something that was fascinating to see how the countries back in the day must have been friendly if the emperor or the ruler of Italy, of Rome, had Chinese artifacts or Chinese architecture in their own palace or governmental building as the floor. So again, something I'll post later, but until then, just take a look once more, and I'll post that later. Lady Traveler out, seeing the world through my eyes. Here is the replica of what it looked like back then. And this is what they're excavating out. I'm not sure if you can see this way over there, but